concerted effort by the Sikh community in Toronto where I think within a week we were able to get on the radio across Canada, on the news, organized a mass demonstration in downtown Toronto and actually had tour buses follow him to Ottawa and Montreal to protest every single city that he was visiting. And his comment was, well, I don't understand why this is all happening against me now because I've been here so many times before. And our response was, well, we were still in high school at that time. And
wow.
It's very interesting to see how further generations are picking up on this issue, but I think that's sort of a response to someone had asked earlier, what can NRI groups do? And I think this is a very positive case where he's recently just been sued by Sikhs for Justice here. So my question is regarding 1984. Why has state and academic discourse really focused on a gendered construct of the widow as survivor of 1984 violence? So when you look at the state compensation that's been happening, very much is the 3 lump sums of money and the housing has been provided for widows, but very little, I think, in comparison to the men's natal families. And do you think that this has something to do with the earlier presentation that Parvez made about sort of patriarchal protectionism of and control of Sikh women? Do you think that that has something to do with it, or is there a different reason why this very gendered notion of survivorhood is coming into place?
My name is Kaleem Khawaja, and my question is for Mr. Manoj Mitta. One thing I'd like to say is that what we have witnessed in Gujarat is that both judiciary and the national media have improved their responsiveness. We have seen so many evidences of Supreme Court taking very positive action, and the national media, which is still following Gujarat after all these years. So I would say that much as you pointed out, a lot of problems in the judiciary, and maybe it should come down from Supreme Court to the local levels, state levels and courts, and they can become more active, then I think there is hope. And so I wanted to just solicit your response to that, that it's a slight improvement, both in judiciary and media.
It's a great question, except that, let's remember Ratna Kapoor's presentation also, that is, judiciary has, in many subtle ways, moved the discourse on Hindutva in very specific, and that includes the Supreme Court. So there is a lot more complicated story than simply the good guys who are the Supreme Court and the bad guys who are all those corrupt local judiciaries.
Hello, my name is Ken Thomas. I'm an African American and I live in the community here. And my question is directed to Mr. Mitta, the editor of the Times of India, with regards to, maybe he'll talk with me a little bit off the air, but maybe a little bit here as well, because this might be a little bit off topic, about his notions of how well, in reference to a statement about the governor of Virginia making some comments about him owning up to responsibility for the slave trade. To what extent does he think that Americans have owned up to the crimes they committed to African Americans in this country, and what are his notions on that, as contrast to justice in India?
My name is Suvrat. I have a question for Mr. Shafiq Mahajir. This question has more to do with the actual bomb blast itself. So I was part of a small fact-finding committee that went to Hyderabad, and we interviewed many of the victims. And at least there, so the official story said that the bomb blast was carried out by Islamic militants. And at least amongst the victims' families, there was complete consensus that the bomb blast was probably carried out by Hindu fundamentalist forces. And that, as far as I know, has not been re-examined, and even though things like Maligaon and so on have happened. So I wanted to know if there's been any progress in that, and if there are any attempts to reopen that issue and try and understand who was behind the bomb blast.
Yes. My name is Jawad, and I have a question for Mr. Mahajir. In our conversations, I did ask him this question, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating, but this is for the wider audience. My question is, minority politicians are seen as champions of the minorities in, for any injustices against the minorities. They're supposed to stand up and influence the police and the judiciary. So why is the political body failing to do anything to stop such violences and havoc in India, basically?
So do you have a question? Okay. So why don't we take those questions?